Now I am going to discuss a peculiar part of a syllabus that is given in your Java subject. That is rethrowing exception. What is rethrowing exception? Always we throw exception, we get handled by throwable some exception handling methods, functions. Those are the general exceptions. But rethrowing means we can also create our own exception that is not a general exception, that is the exception for your application only, that can be thrown, and that will be known as rethrowing exception. So this is by writing exception subclasses. Most of the common exception subclasses inherit all their functions from the superclass, that is the exception class, and this serve the purpose of exception handling, that is they are in the throwable classes, all the exception general exceptions handlings like array index out of bound, dividing by 0. There are several exceptions. Sometimes you will need to create your own exception types to handle specific situations that arise in your applications. These you can quite easily by just defining subclass of exceptions class. You can define a subclass of exceptions class by extending it. Exception class inherits methods of throwable classes. Throwable class, it inherits all the throwable class methods, that is the exception handling functions. If you need exception, you have a method of throwable class available for your class. If needed, you can override those methods of throwable class. What is overriding? Means from throwable class you are not getting any exception. You got any exception, it will show you exception, but it is overriding the method, that is after going to those functions not getting, and it is giving a priority to your exception, your own exception, your own method. It is what overriding is. There are some examples of throwable class are fill in stack trace, fills the execution of stack trace. String get message returns the detailed message string of this throwable. String to string returns a short description of the throwable. Now see the program given below that create a subclass which will throw exception if argument passed by my exception class method compute. So I am creating my exception which has a method called compute, and my exception is that the value passed through the method should not be greater than 10. That is, if it is greater than 10, it will handle an exception. It will show that's a exception. So always we extend the exception, that is the superclass. Now let us run the program. Let us see the program how it runs. Now we know the program runs from the main. In the main we have called sorry our compute method twice, once with the value 5 and again with the value 25. As we know, that is our exception, your exception, whatever may be, that what you have defined through your own exception class, subclass, that is the value passed through this compute function should not be greater than 10. The first one we are calling those function using 5, which is not 10, then it will not catch that exception. And for the next calling statement 25, which is greater than 10, it will call the exception. Now well is know if the try block is attached with the catch block, we catch those exceptions. And I tell you know that we have declared a my exception class, which is the subclass of exception class, and E is the object of the my exception class. Now whenever a catch will get an exception that already we have defined, it will print this line my exception code with the value by which it has got the exception. Now let's see how you will run. Now whenever I am calling this method, let's go to the method. My method is compute. See here in the compute, it is getting the value. First time it is getting the value a as 5, and it throws my exception. That is class I have defined under exception class. It is subclass of exception class. So with the value, it will just print the through the system.out.println call compute function. For the first call, it will write call compute function, call compute method, call compute method 5, and next time it will write call compute method 25. Now the next statement, if condition, first time when the value of a is 5, the if condition is false. So again it will just give the last line system.out.println normal exit of the compute method for the value 5. See the output for the 5, call compute method 5 normal exit of the compute method for value 5. Now for the value 25, it will satisfy the condition a is greater than 10. It will throw the my exception with the value a. Now this a will be stored in the attribute value my exception class. This value will help you to print your own exception through the string to string. As we know what string to string function does, it has a short description of this throwable. That is, it's a throwable because the condition is a is greater than 10, parameter which is passed to the computer which is greater than 10, that is 25. So it will keep this exception, my exception, for value equals to 25. Before that, what we will learn? What it will write? First it will write in this statement call compute method with 25. Then it will print this statement. You know, while any exception is caught by the catch followed by a try block, by the catch block, it will stop over there. Handling of exception is specially used to come out of the function without giving any error. This is purpose. So it will not print the last line normal exit of the compute method for value equal to 25. Let's see the output for the value of 25. Call compute method 25. My exception code, my exception for value equals to 25. This is from the catch block. It is writing my exception code, and this is the rest. It is writing from the string to string my exception for the value equals to 25. The a value is stored in the value a through the my exception constructor. Till it is not clear to you, you need some more examples. And for that, you have to discuss with me. I'm sharing my mobile number. Please go through it. My mobile number is 933-2123-217. Again, I repeat, my mobile number is 933-2123-217. Thank you for watching my video.